Welcome back, cat lovers. If you love learning about cats, consider subscribing to our channel so you never miss a new video. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic, one that blends science, genetics, and a bit of feline mystery. Let's talk about your cat's coat color. You might think it's just aesthetics, a matter of black, white, or orange fluff. But what if I told you that their color might actually reveal clues about their personality? Sounds like superstition, right? Well, it turns out, science has something to say too. Let's begin with one of the most misunderstood and majestic types, black cats. You've probably heard the old myths, that black cats bring bad luck, that they're mysterious, maybe even magical. And yes, those myths go back centuries, across cultures. But anyone who's had the pleasure of living with a black cat knows there's much more to the story. Black cats don't belong to a specific breed. Their color comes from a high level of melanin, the pigment that gives their fur its dark, velvety richness. Interestingly, this pigment doesn't just influence their appearance. It may also affect their biology. For example, did you know that melanin levels can make their fur slightly change color depending on diet or temperature? Some black cats develop a reddish tinge if they're missing certain nutrients. It's as if their body is telling a story through their coat. But personality-wise, here's where it gets really interesting. Many black cat owners describe them as calm, observant, and deeply loyal. They're not always the first to jump into a stranger's lap, but they're always watching, always evaluating. They're like little silent guardians. And when they choose to open up to you, that bond is something truly special. And science, it backs this up in surprising ways. Studies have found that black cats have a unique genetic mutation that gives them increased resistance to certain diseases. Yes, you heard that right. Their genes might literally make them stronger. Some researchers believe this gave black cats an evolutionary advantage, helping them survive throughout history, which might explain why black cats, for all their mystery, have an air of resilience. They've been symbols of magic and misfortune, but maybe, just maybe, they're actually symbols of strength. So, if you've got a black cat at home, take a moment to appreciate what's hidden beneath that silky fur. You might be living with a quiet protector, full of love, wisdom, and an ancient kind of grace. Now let's move on to a very different kind of energy. 2. Orange cats. Did you know? Most orange cats are actually boys. And not just by chance. There's science behind that sunshine-colored fur. Orange cats are known as the extroverts of the feline kingdom. They prance into your life like little comedians, always up to something, always charming. If your home has an orange cat, you already know the vibe. They're always nearby, always vocal, and always ready to steal the show. But what makes them this way? Their color comes from a gene on the X chromosome. Since males have only one X chromosome, it only takes one copy of the orange gene for the color to show. Females need two, so orange female cats are much rarer. And here's where it gets even more interesting. This same genetic setup may link to their behavior. Male cats tend to be more territorial and confident, and that shows up big time in orange cats. They're bold, curious, and not afraid to demand attention. Whether it's curling up right on your laptop or jumping into your Zoom call, they make their presence known. Some studies even suggest orange cats are more sociable and affectionate than others, probably thanks to both their genetics and the way humans respond to their playful charm from kittenhood. It's a feedback loop. We love their goofiness, so they grow up knowing love. Have you ever had an orange cat who follows you from room to room like your shadow? Or one who meows dramatically when you close the bathroom door? That's classic orange cat behavior. They thrive on connection. And maybe that's why so many viral internet cats are orange. From Garfield to real-life TikTok stars, these fiery-furred companions have charisma in their DNA. So the next time your orange cat zooms across the house at midnight or yells for treats like they own the place, just smile. They're not just being dramatic. They're living proof that genetics, personality, and a bit of feline flair all come together in the brightest of packages. 3. Tricolor cats. Those stunning calico or tortoiseshell beauties are like walking works of art. Their fur swirls together black, orange, and white in patterns so unique that no two are ever exactly alike. But these cats are more than just a pretty coat. Many cat owners swear that their tricolor cats have personalities just as bold and complex as their markings. These cats are known for being fiercely independent, incredibly clever, and, let's be honest, a little bit bossy. If you've ever lived with a calico, you know what we mean. She doesn't just ask for things, she demands them. She knows what she wants, when she wants it, and she's not afraid to let you know. Scientifically, there's a fascinating reason behind their colors and their strong-willed nature. Almost all tricolor cats are female. Why? Because the genes that determine orange and black fur are located on the X chromosome. Female cats have two X chromosomes, which allows for the mix. Male cats, with just one X, almost never have this pattern, unless they have a rare genetic mutation. This unique genetic combination might also influence behavior. Some researchers suggest that having two active X chromosomes could subtly impact hormone expression and temperament, making them more protective, territorial, and assertive. But don't get us wrong, calico cats are not cold-hearted. They're just queens, loyal to their humans, affectionate in their own way, but always on their own terms. If a calico curls up next to you or follows you from room to room, know that you've been chosen. And in the world of cats, that's a pretty big deal. White cats look like they stepped out of a dream. Pure, elegant, and almost mythical. With their snow-like fur and often piercing blue or gold eyes, they've long been associated with magic and mystery. In some cultures, white cats symbolize good luck, purity, or even spiritual protection. But behind that beauty lies a few surprises. One of the most fascinating facts about white cats is that they are not necessarily albino. Albinism is a specific genetic condition involving a complete lack of melanin. Most white cats simply have a gene that masks their real color beneath a white coat. This masking gene can override any other color or pattern the cat might genetically have, turning her into a beautiful blank canvas. Now, here's where things get a bit more complex and a little sad. Many white cats, especially those with both white fur and blue eyes, are prone to congenital deafness. That's because the same gene responsible for their white coat can affect the development of their inner ear. It doesn't happen to all white cats, but the risk is much higher in this group. Yet, despite their hearing challenges, white cats are remarkably adaptive. They learn to respond to vibrations, body language, and even light signals from their humans. If you've ever had a deaf white cat, you probably noticed how deeply they bond with you, often watching your every move and following you from room to room like a quiet little guardian. White cats are also known for their calm, quiet personalities. Many owners report that their white cats are gentle, affectionate, and observant. Of course, every cat is different, but there's something about their serene appearance that makes you feel like they know a secret you don't. 5. Tuxedo cats, also affectionately called cow cats. These charming felines look like they're always dressed for a formal dinner, but don't let the outfit fool you. These cats are anything but stiff. Welcome back, cat lovers. If you've ever shared your life with a tuxedo-patterned cat, you probably already know they're the life of the party. These cats are playful, adventurous, and full of character. They're not just social, they're natural entertainers. Tuxedo cats often display high intelligence and adaptability. Given enough attention, many can even learn routines or simple tricks. They seem to thrive on human interaction and tend to become emotionally attuned to their families. Some people even call them the diplomats of the feline world because of their ability to bring calmness and connection to tense environments. But what gives them that iconic black and white coat? The secret lies in a gene responsible for piebald patterns. This gene interrupts pigment cell migration during early embryo development, leaving those distinctive white patches. Interestingly, the pattern isn't random, it's biologically programmed. Some scientists even suggest that the gene might have slight effects on brain development, which could explain why tuxedo cats are often so expressive and clever. So if your tuxedo cat has a flair for drama, whether it's jumping into your Zoom calls or staging a bath time protest, now you know why. Their bold looks are matched only by their lively personalities. Tuxedo cats are ideal for families with children, busy homes, or anyone craving a little extra spark and affection in daily life. Now let's shine the spotlight on one of the most iconic and beloved feline patterns in the world, tabby cats. These cats don't belong to a single breed, but rather share a unique coat pattern that echoes the wild roots of the domestic cat. And welcome back, dear cat lovers. If you've ever locked eyes with a tabby, you know there's a spark in their gaze that speaks of curiosity, cunning, and 1,000 years of ancestral instinct. Tabbies are often described as intelligent, watchful, and deeply observant. They seem to always know what's going on, even when you think they're napping. You'll find them peeking through windows, following the movement of a bug across the floor with surgical precision, or silently watching you cook like a tiny four-legged supervisor. This isn't just cute behavior. It's a living echo of their wildcat ancestors. And that's not just poetic, it's genetic. The tabby coat is considered the original cat pattern, dating back to the African wildcat, from which all domestic cats are descended. That famous M on their forehead? It's not just a marking. It's a genetic signature passed down through centuries of survival, a reminder that your soft couch potato was once a desert stalker. Tabbies also tend to have strong hunting instincts. Even indoor tabbies will chase shadows, pounce on toys with calculated timing, and perform little stalk-and-freeze routines that could rival National Geographic footage. This instinct to explore, hunt, and observe makes them incredibly entertaining, and sometimes a bit mischievous. Leave a box unattended? They'll inspect it. Forget to close a cabinet? They'll climb it. They're also emotionally in tune with their environment. Many tabby cat owners report that their tabbies seem to read the room better than most people. Calm and collected during chaos, alert and responsive when someone's upset. Tabbies are not just playful, they're intuitive. In a way, tabbies are the perfect blend of ancient and modern, the wise hunter wearing the heart of a house cat. If you live with a tabby, you don't just have a pet, you have a curious little archaeologist with fur. 7-gray or blue cats. Whether it's the iconic Russian blue, British shorthair, chartreuse, or a domestic mix, these cats seem to carry a calm, quiet wisdom that fills the room like gentle mist. They may not shout for attention, but once they've bonded with you, they'll follow you like a silent guardian. Gray cats are often described as emotionally balanced and deeply loyal. They don't overreact to chaos. They don't demand constant attention, but they are always present. Ever had a tough day and suddenly realized your gray cat has been sitting beside you the whole time, just being there? That's not coincidence. That's emotional intelligence. Their calm nature makes them ideal for homes with people who prefer peace over playfulness. They often form deep bonds with one or two humans rather than being social butterflies. But those bonds? Incredibly meaningful. Gray cats are known to quietly follow their favorite person from room to room, curl up beside them on the couch, or sleep gently at the foot of the bed, like a soft shadow that never leaves your side. And their signature plush fur? That muted silver or smoky blue tone comes from a diluted pigmentation gene, a genetic twist that makes their color soft, almost otherworldly. Some even believe this ethereal coloring contributes to their soothing aura. Holding a gray cat can feel like hugging a weighted blanket that purrs. But don't mistake their silence for lack of personality. Gray cats often have a dry sense of humor, quirky habits, and surprising bursts of affection. They'll nudge your hand when you're not paying attention, chirp softly when they're happy, and sometimes do the most ridiculous stretch across your laptop while you're working, just to remind you they exist. In short, gray cats are the emotional stabilizers of the feline world. They won't be the loudest, the flashiest, or the most demanding, but they just might be the most healing. 8. Siamese cat. If you've ever met a Siamese, you probably already know they don't meow. They hold conversations. Loud, dramatic, and often emotionally charged ones. It's not just noise. Siamese cats speak with purpose. When they're hungry, when they're lonely, when they see a bird outside, or when they simply want to tell you about their day. They're like tiny, furry storytellers with tails. But don't let their constant chatter fool you. They're not just attention seekers. Siamese cats are known for forming incredibly deep bonds with their humans. Many owners say it feels like living with a little person. They follow you from room to room, respond to your voice, and even pout when you ignore them. Some Siamese will wait by the door when you're gone and throw a mini protest when you're back, just to let you know you left them hanging. This intense connection isn't a coincidence. It's built into their emotional wiring. Siamese cats crave interaction, affection, and mental stimulation. They're the type who'd rather sleep in your arms than anywhere else. Left alone for long periods, they can develop anxiety or depression. These cats aren't loners, they're companions. Their striking looks, cream-colored coats with darker points on ears, face, paws, and tail, are due to a special temperature-sensitive gene. In warmer areas of the body, the fur stays light. In cooler parts, the pigment darkens. And their legendary blue eyes? That's no myth. The stunning sapphire gaze is real, and once they lock eyes with you, you'll swear they know exactly what you're thinking. Siamese cats aren't for everyone, but for the right person, they become soulmates. They offer not just companionship, but connection, humor, and a sense of being deeply understood, even if it comes with a side of sass. And there you have it, 8 different cat breeds, each with their own quirks, charms, and little surprises. Isn't it amazing how much personality our furry friends carry in their genes and patterns? From the bold tuxedo cats to the talkative Siamese, these unique traits make our bond with them even more special. Maybe your cat isn't just a pet. Maybe she's your shadow, your roommate, your emotional support, or your little boss. And now that you know more about her background, maybe her little mysteries make a bit more sense. We'd love to know which type of cat lives with you. And did anything in this video remind you of your own cat's behavior? Feel free to share your cat's personality in the comments below. We absolutely love reading your stories. And if this video made you smile or gave you some insight into your kitty's heart, consider subscribing to our channel. It helps more cat lovers find us and lets us keep bringing you content that deepens your bond with your whiskered companions. Until next time, give your cat a little head boop from us. See you soon.